Welcome back, fellow gamers. Here is a quick recap of the Kaladesh story so far, just in case you aren't on the up and ups with the story. You don't feel like reading through all the stories. You should, because they're amazing stories, but if you don't, that's what we're here for. So the story kicks off with the Planewalkers of the Gatewatch, chilling around 3 months after defeating Emrakul, and they get visited by Dovin Baan, a fellow Planeswalker from the plane of Kaladesh. He comes to see the Planeswalkers, asking for their help, because there is a rebel uprising. Now Chandra notices this person, knows that they're from Kaladesh just because of the way that they look, and she's taken aback by the fact that he's here asking for help. Jace, in the meantime, says, we're more of a multi-plane threat team. We don't handle planar disputes. Meanwhile, Chandra and Liliana disappear. Now, what they do is they actually go to Kaladesh. Chandra has a chip on her shoulder. She does not like the authoritative government because they tried to kill her when she was a kid. So definitely there's some bad feels and bad blood between them. Meanwhile, after this happens, Dovin Baan is then accompanied by Nissa, because Nissa wants to check out to see if Chandra is there. Now, meanwhile, on Kaladesh itself, there's an inventor. She invents something that can teleport inorganic matter from one place to another. This is a huge deal. There have been other instances of things being teleported through the multiverse. Now, Rashimi is actually really excited about this because she wants to enter the Inventors Fair, where she can show off this type of invention, and that's kind of what Dovin Baan wanted to protect, was this Inventors Fair that's going to be going down, which is showcasing the greatest inventions on Kaladesh. Now zoom back to Chandra. Chandra and Liliana have been wandering the streets of Kaladesh, and they stumble across Tezzeret. Now, the last time we saw Tezzeret, he was hanging out on New Phyrexia. Him being here, for us, is a huge surprise. So at the time that Chandra and Liliana have run into Tezzeret, Nissa and Dovin Baan are right there, and amongst everything else, Chandra sees her mother, the mother that she thought was dead. Pia decides to surrender in order to protect her daughter from any type of fallout from that event. And at this point, Liliana disappears. Now, furious, Chandra wants her mother back. She, now knowing that she's alive, is determined to get her mother freed. So her and Nissa enlist the help of an ally and an old family friend, Mrs. Bashini. They head over to the party of an Aetherborn. Now, the Aetherborn are an amazing, amazing race, and I'll go into detail with them in another video. But at this party, they're able to gather information on Chandra's mother. Surprise, surprise, it's Captain Baral that's manning the dungeon. And if you don't know, Captain Baral is the person who tried to execute Chandra before her spark ignited. Now, the trio of Nissa, Chandra, and Miss Bashini venture into the subterranean dungeon and end up getting trapped in a cell that's completely closed off and being slowly filled with poisonous gas, with the goal of course, killing these three renegades. And it all looks doom and gloom for them, up until our favorite cat warrior, Ajani, makes an appearance to save the day. And it's then shown that there's actually a bit of backstory between Ajani and Miss Pashini. Now, back on Ravnica, Liliana reappears and orders Jace to come back to Kaladesh with her, and then tasks her with bringing the meat, Gideon. And they arrive on Kaladesh just in time to witness a duel between Pia and Tezzeret. It was supposed to be a fight for the death for the grand finale of the Inventors Fair. That is interrupted by the Gatewatch plus Ajani decide to fight Tezzeret. Tezzeret escapes to the console flagship, and at this point, that's where everybody's inventions are stripped from them, and the console ends up taking everybody's inventions, and this causes an uproar. Tezzeret then tasks Dovin Baan with calming the people, and as a reward, he is able to keep all of the inventions for cataloging, except for one. Tezzeret wants the invention made by Rashimi, which is the teleporter, the thing that could really screw up a lot of other planes. This is the only one that he's keeping for inspection, although we doubt that he inspects anything and more or less wants to use it for his own gains, or maybe the gains of New Phyrexia, or for Nickel Bowl. And this is where the story ends, so we're going to be picking back up the story probably in a few weeks once the holiday season is done and Aether Revolt is released. Hope this was useful to you. If you'd like to check out any other videos by us, you can do so right over here. And if you'd like to subscribe, which helps notify you of any times that we go live or upload new videos, you can do that right over here. Thank you for watching. Until next time, good gaming.